like that, man.
Wow.
Budweiser Canada, one of our sponsors. Quick plug. My pleasure to introduce probably one of the best players in the league, I'd say. Right, Bugsy?
I would say so.
When I'm using white tape.
Oh, he's already bringing it up.
We haven't even finished the intro.
I will let everyone know what he
I'm using
means
white
is Stammer went a couple games without a goal in the playoffs, and Biz came on saying because you changed your tape job, you were a complete mental midget, and you fire back right there.
Well, I've been waiting for this moment.
Yes. What a joke he is, huh? You're like, this guy can't even stick handle, and he's calling me a mental midget.
I suck at intros. Thank God I didn't have to go through with the full thing. 6-time NHL All-Star would have been a lot more, according to him, if he wouldn't have gotten injured. I don't know. That's up for debate. But welcome to the podcast, Steven Stamkos. And I'd like to apologize. I've been very hard on the superstars in the last year.
You expect a lot out of them.
He thinks Connor's out of his prime in like an hour.
Yeah, that's another one. Connor's got a year left. Connor's actually got.
He cut his hair, so is
done.
he a mental midget now too?
I mean, let's get Bugsy and Teddy's perception of that. What do you think about changing the color of your stick tape in the midst of a playoff round? That tells me everything I need to know.
Well, Kucherov changes it like in between periods sometimes, and he's leading the league. So
Bugsy's like, shit, I just get another tattoo when I'm cold.
That's why you got a bunch of them.
Oh, and by the
Play
way,
guilty.
and before we keep going, Teddy Purcell and Bugsy Malone have joined us for this interview. They know a lot more about Steven than I do. Maybe they can help defend him in his mental midgetness.
Yeah, I got to meet Steven fresh.
Fresh in the league.
18, showing him what red wine was in sushi.
That was true.
Yeah, so his first time experiencing those Jacksons.
My first night in Tampa. I'm like, where are we going, Bugs? He's like, we're going for some sushi.
So,
I was like, what's that?
As an 18-year-old, obviously no one knew what it was, even myself. You don't know what's going on until you come in the league. So you take the boys out to dinner and you teach them some life lessons.
I think this would be a perfect time for Bugsy to tell his Mario Lemieux story, because if he doesn't actually tell on the podcast, Ryan Whitney's going to do him the favors.
Yeah, but I'll give him the chance. No, Bugs, you don't want to tell that one? Is this more about Stammer?
Well, yes, this is how we have Stammer here. Sure. Stammer
We'll let him get out of it.
We'll tell it at the end.
Oh,
we'll get him get out of it for now. Well, Teddy, all right, you guys had some success. You guys played together. Did you ever stay up on the line with Stammer?
Stammer got me like 5 years of contract. So yeah.
Exactly. So what was it like when you guys got to meet each other? I mean, you didn't know each other before you got there to Tampa?
No, I didn't. We just had a really good group in Tampa. Obviously, Bugsy kind of took the lead. And even like older guys like Matthias Zoland, Marty St. Louis, Vinny, they just made us all feel comfortable. And we just had a lot of fun together at home, on the road. And we just seemed like we had a really good bunch of guys, and obviously we've remained friends forever, so it's been a lot of fun.
And what'd you first think of this guy? Were you just like blown away? Or were you like, he doesn't even know what sushi is?
Yeah. No, I got traded there. I was in LA, and I was in and out of the lineup, and I was just trying to play, and I get traded to Tampa, and like I remember our first game was in Washington, and he scored. It was like his 38th goal. I'm like, who's this guy? And he ended up scoring 50 that year, so that was pretty cool. But another story is like, I think it was the next year, we were out of the playoffs, so I think it was like a day before a game. We're like, let's go to the international malls. Me, Bugsy, and Stammer. They lived right by the mall, so we're like, yeah, let's go shop. It might have just been payday. But we decided on the way to shopping, we're like, let's just stop for like a bite to eat, maybe a beer. Next thing you know,
maybe a beer.
Yeah, maybe a beer.
The famous last word.
Anytime me and Stammer went to the bathroom, we come back and there's shots of tequila. Fresh.
Whoa.
Bugsy's like, whoa, where'd those come from?
I didn't order those.
The bartender just looked at me and she knew, and I went like that, and then next they were there. So then all of a sudden he's like, all right, let's go shopping. So we're like, great idea. So we're like, let's go to the watch store. Like Bugsy's like, you need watches in the NHL. Like, we're making money, gotta look professional. We're like, okay. So me and Stammer and Bugsy go in. They were like Lightning fans, so they kind of closed the jewelry store for us. Bugsy's trying in this watch. He's like, how does it look? We're like, that's awesome. I tried on like one that I couldn't afford, like these guys. They're like, oh, that looks so cool. Stammer gets one with like diamonds on it. It costs like $25,000. Bugsy's like, yeah, get him that one. So all of a sudden, Stammer tries to pay. His card doesn't work. So I had to put it on my card. I was like, oh God. I was like, I got the points. I'll take those. Then all of a sudden, me and Stammer are walking out. We're like, oh, that's pretty cool. These are awesome. We're like, Bugsy, where are yours? He's like, I got you. I didn't buy one.
I already bought my watches my first few years.
He tricked us into buying watches.
The whole time he was trying on all the nice watches, and we go out, we're like, we were a little buzzed.
Yeah,
Like, let's
tequila.
take a picture. Like, everyone put your hand in the middle, take a picture, and Bugsy's got no watch on.
Whoops.
Whoopsie.
Oh.
Spent all my money on shots. You came a long way since Barry Melrose said you couldn't play in the National Hockey League. You want to talk about that? And have you seen him since?
I've seen him. I don't think I've said a word to him though. I send him a Christmas card every year. That was kind of that was.
He's just winking.
Yeah,
And
no.
taking a one-time.
That was the ongoing joke. Was like, Stammer, you should send him a Christmas card every year after he went on Hockey Night in Canada and said you couldn't play in
You
the
still
league.
finished
but-
with 30, I think, your first year, didn't you?
Oh, well,
Or over,
it's close,
whatever.
yeah.
I don't know. But,
I want to say over 50 points.
yeah, I mean,
I don't know. I'm not
It was
easy.
under, but it was funny because at the time Rick Tocchet took over. I love Rick Tocchet. He was a great coach, great guy, helped me out a lot. But they had this plan in Tampa where, Barry said, "Oh, you're not strong enough, you're not big enough." So after he got fired, the plan was I was gonna work out and miss a game to do a workout and then play 3 games
First
and then
overall.
and then, so I got healthy scratch 3 times in the second half of the season. And then finally, I think I had like 6 goals in those 3 games. They're like, I think he should play. I'm like,
He
yeah,
doesn't need that. He doesn't need that
Yeah.
workout.
So
I
like,
don't
maybe you can
think.
do the workout and the game tonight.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
I actually got scratched 3 games. And I was working out during the game. They're like, you know what? You're looking good. You're looking strong.
Figured it out.
Did you say you loved Rick Tocchet?
Yeah, I did.
I don't know him, but I love him too because he was assistant in Vancouver for a while, right? Wasn't he?
I
No,
don't
no,
think
he
so.
was in I believe Philly. Holy shit, Whit.
Rick Tocchet was it?
Rick
Oh.
Tocchet.
Oh, I'm
played-
thinking of
Torchetti or
I'm
something?
thinking. No, I'm thinking of where is he?
He's trying to save himself here.
Yeah.
Bonus. I'm thinking of
Oh,
bonus.
Bonus.
I'm thinking of
Oh,
bonus.
yeah.
So
But
I
Rick
butchered,
Tocchet's
so I
unreal.
butchered the story, but bonus actually one time Shane O'Brien goes, "Hey, bonus told us in pregame skate to watch out for you. You're a hell of a player." So now I'm just like, anytime I see Rick Bonus, I'm like, that guy liked
He's-
me back then. Thought it was
a
Rick
great guy.
Tocchet, but Rick Tocchet was tough as shit.
He's
so
a great
sorry.
guy too, but Talk was unbelievable for me too. Like Steve Downey was there too. Marty, he loved us, and we had a good second half that year.
Yeah.
Bugsy, what do you have?
Bugsy,
what do you have-
contribute something to this interview.
Okay, I can give okay.
Well, Bugsy,
We got 5
Stammer,
guys
we
here
we,
talking at
we
once.
talked about last time when Bugsy
Still
throws
can't get a word in. Look, Teddy's
stuff
still
thrown at him
talking.
with Smitty, and he also mentioned a little bit at Nate Thompson's wedding this summer when him and Smitty at 4 a.m. were wrestling. in
Yeah,
the
that's a
room,
good
And
story.
your lovely wife was sitting there like an innocent bystander, and 5 minutes later she was Lloyd Christmas.
She looked like I do right now with the half a jib.
But elaborate,
Anytime
yeah.
Bugsy and Smitty get together, and a couple beverages, get thrown down the hatch, things don't always go as planned.
Yeah.
Sorry, Biz.
Yeah, we're all pretty
Um,
good. So Stammer used to live right across the street, literally like
There was
30 feet maybe, and Smitty was like
literally.
40 feet to the right. There was 3 of us kind of all right across the street. So it was a
So
good
like
time and
we
take.
get these 2 guys together. They're big boys. I remember the first time we were in Montreal and we're leaving dinner. We still got our suits on after the game. We're all feeling good, but I get stuck in the cab with him and Smitty in the middle because I got a little rookie gets in the middle, and these 2 guys, whenever they drink, they get a little physical. So they're kind of grappling, they're grabbing each other, and I'm in the middle. I'm getting hit in the chin, I'm getting hit in the eye, and we finally get out of the cab, and I'm like trying to run away, slipping in the snow, and these 2 guys are full out wrestling in front of the hotel. And I remember, was it you were falling, so you grabbed Smitty's back pocket of his suit, and it ripped the whole pant all the way down. And I'm on the sidewalk. We're in Montreal, like people know who we are.
This is a
right?
tornado.
Yeah, and I'm sitting there, and Smitty's got one leg ripped completely on his suit, and they're still going at it. And I'm like, I better get out of here. So I try to get in. I'm pressing the button of the elevator, trying to get up as quick as I can before these guys come in.
They'll go in your room.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Well,
And
they don't want to
get
get
in,
stuck in the elevator with
and
him.
I got stuck in the elevator, and they're like, "Oh, we got you now." Like,
That's when Bugsy presses the bell. He's like, ding, ding, ding.
Yeah.
Here we go.
so that was probably 10 years ago. So now this summer we're at Nate Thompson's wedding, and we're having a great time. My wife Sandra and I, we invited everyone up for a little after party, and Bugsy and Smitty again, they start wrestling on the bed, and they're going at it. Everyone's like, "Hey guys, relax. Everyone's having a good time." No, keep going at it. And Sandra and I were sitting on the bed, and Bugsy's on top of Smitty, and he's got his watch. And for whatever reason, I think it got caught in Smitty's shirt as he was throwing kidney punches. And we're like, Bugsy, hold up, timeout, your watch is stuck. So he kind of takes it off and just throws it, like middle of the fight.
Like a real asshole.
Yeah, just chucks it. I mean, obviously not on purpose, but...
An underhand toss. I do.
okay, now it's a...
Always got an excuse.
No, it was more like a pitch, you know? And, you know, my wife's sitting there, and all you hear is, like, the watch, or the face of the watch right on the tooth. Like, that's how... And I look over, I'm like, oh, shit. Like, she's going to be bleeding. Nothing. We're like, oh, okay, not bad. And she smiles, and half her tooth is gone.
Worst feeling in the world.
So now...
Oh, I mean, a teeth to the women is like, that's everything.
That's it.
I mean,
that's it. So now everyone kind of just panics, and I've never seen Sandra get so upset.
Yes.
She ran at both of them
And just starts suckering them.
and grabbed them both by the neck, and
She was in charge.
yeah, she's like, "Get the fuck out of my room" or something like that. And
Bugsy, I'm used to getting
Bugsy felt shame for sure. I mean, he was laughing at the same time because all Bugsy does is laugh. He felt bad, but the best was Teddy. You know, she's obviously upset. We're just after the wedding. We're in Beverly Hills. Everyone's judging you anyways, right? So now she's got half a tooth. And Teddy is staying right across the hall. And he comes in and he's consoling Sandra. And he's like, actually, it doesn't look too bad, Lloyd. And he starts dying laughing. I'm like, oh, Teddy. But it was okay. So the best part of the story now, she gets it fixed while we're out there. 3 months later, Bugsy still doesn't know this. Like a couple weeks ago, she was having nerve pain. She had to go in and get a root canal.
Oh, you asshole.
Oh, that's
Bugsy.
And I'm like, she's like, oh, Bugsy. I'm like, I'm not going to text them. I'm going to wait till I'm on this show and break them the news.
Oh, my God.
Because Bugsy was texting me. I think you sent like flowers, everything. You're a
Yeah.
real gentleman.
Nice guy.
I just felt off.
But yeah,
The
so
problem was
the
like-
bill's in the mail, Bugsy.
I hope you still have that NHL insurance, pal.
He's like, yeah, send it to that house in Tampa. I rent it out now.
Yeah. So that was that story. But we've obviously had a lot of good times together.
Should we talk a little bit about the team?
Yeah, I mean,
Tampa.
like,
You guys are
we can't
run.
not right now with what you guys are doing. I need to know about Kucherov. Teddy was telling me a little bit about him. Did you know right away it was like this level of superstardom? You know, right when
No.
he come up?
No, I mean, no one really. I think it was a second-round pick or third-round pick, but no one really knew anything about him.
Yeah.
Like, you know, it was this Russian kid, really good skill, played in the cube, bumped around a few teams there, I think. And he came up, and I think he scored on his first shot. We're like, okay, I think Teddy, did you dish it to him?
on
Yeah.
Lundqvist.
On
bar
Lundqvist?
down, I was like,
Yeah.
oh, God.
Oh, I got Lundqvist
It was his
for my
first shift.
too.
First shift, yeah. Teddy dished one. He
Mine was
scored.
Carey Price.
I think he was wearing like number 56 or
Yeah.
something. Like, so that's how you know, like, you're kind of
They don't really know.
Training
exactly.
camp number.
They give you
Exactly.
they give you a shitty number. So he came in, and you could tell, like, his stats weren't great the first year, but you could tell the skill was there. But I don't think anyone knew he'd be, you know, one of the best players in the
Yeah.
league. Like, he's unbelievable.
So he just scaled up over one summer. He came back, and everyone was like, "Holy shit!"
I
This
think it was
guy's
more of a gradual thing.
Yeah, it was
Did
just
he change his breakfast routine?
I don't know if he changed his breakfast
Or he
routine.
used to grab the mini bar
Oh, yeah.
M&Ms before.
Oh yeah,
game days.
that's like Pointer now too. Brain Point. I mean, he should be here at this All-Star game, but he comes in every morning, doesn't eat breakfast. He asks our trainers, he goes, "Hey boys, is the breakfast bar open?" And they hand him a power bar, and that's it. And he goes out and gets 3 goals.
And Teddy said he doesn't wear socks. He just puts like tape against the end of his ankle so his skate doesn't slide around.
You know, I love him, but like all these young kids now, it's just like you just play video games and you grab a power bar and you go out and get points.
Yeah, it's an easy game when you're
But
not
Cooch,
having
but
Bugsy.
Cooch is. But I'll say this about Cooch: he's all about hockey. Like he wants to be the best. He gets pissed if he's not the best. You know, he watches clips. He watches other guys play. He just wants to be the guy all the time, and he is most nights.
And then the other guy that you're real close with is Hedman, and
Yeah.
like. I people don't really talk about him enough. I think everyone would say, and it's the game looks so easy to him that I think people take for granted. But the one quick thing I saw was him doing laps when I was over in Sweden, like Ornskoldsvik, because I think he played there.
That's pretty good.
How about that
That's
announcing?
props.
Wow.
He
Biz
would love
be
that.
like still doing it right now. But sorry, dirty shot. But Hedman went out one day and he was just doing laps, like getting ready, or it was just a workout. Him skating around the ice, how easy it is. He's 6'9", I think, in skates. But I mean, how good of a teammate is he, and how close are you guys?
Yeah, we're really close. We came up together. He was there, obviously, my second year. You know, these guys got to know him really well. He's really come out of his shell now. He was this shy kid. You know, I've never met a bad Swede. Let's just
Never met a bad Scandinavian,
Yeah,
really, even
never.
Finnish guys.
And so he fits that bill, like the nicest guy in the world. But I think the last couple years when we started going on the playoff runs, like you said, Whit, like people started to finally notice how good he was. Obviously, he won the Norris last year, so you know we call him Norris now. But he, yeah, because we always call Eric Carlson Norris. I'm like, and Hetty and Carl are so close that I think Hetty was getting a little jealous that no one was calling him Norris, so he finally won, so we can call him Norris. But he's an unbelievable player. To be that big and have, you know, the skating ability that he has,
so easy.
like you can't get around him in practice. It's impossible. It's like, you know, when Zdeno Chara, you know, is out there, you just see that 7-foot stick coming, and Hetty can fly too. So it's
not that CCM rocket stick either.
No,
anymore.
oh my god,
That wasn't in rocket
first came-
balls.
He was the one with there was holes in it.
Yeah, he came in the
But
league with a
that's just
CCM
used it, so
deal.
everyone's like,
and he
oh.
couldn't take a one-timer with it, and we're like, leave the money, go get a real stick.
we still talk about that too because he broke like 3 sticks the other day. He's like, what should I bring back to CCM? I'm like, no, stick to what you're using. But we have a relationship where like I do most of the chirping. Hetty's too nice to chirp me back, but we have a really good relationship.
Did you guys live next to each other too, or now? Or?
Yeah, now we just moved into a new place, and he's like 3 doors down. It was funny when we first came in the league. We all lived in that West Shore Yacht Club. There was 8 guys. Like we had Gary Roberts, Mark Recky, Bugsy, Smitty. So I got taken care of pretty good.
Bugsy's Rodney Dangerfield in Caddyshack with his boat. He's just got the horn.
Come on over.
He's running over guys' little sailboats.
You scratched my ankle.
Come on down to a Lightning game.
Yeah, that's where
That
we're
was Bugsy's big thing, though, was like, Stammer, you got to buy a boat. Like, the whole time.
The worst investment you can ever make.
He's like, Stammer, you know, we'll buy a boat. You know, we'll help out with the gas. But, like, you know, we'll park it right at the marina there. I'm like, no, you buy it. He's like, no, you got to buy the boat. Like, for years.
I knew you were going to be there longer than me.
Yeah.
I'm going to come visit. I'll stay on it.
Yeah, I just think we could have, you know, we could go out there, have a good time, have dinner on the boat, like anchor it up out there. I'm like,
Bahamas is 8 hours away.
Yeah, we go to Bahamas. I'm like,
Save money on flights.
Yeah.
That's funny. All right. Well, I think Stammer's going to get on the red carpet here soon.
Oh, really?
He was
I'll
nice.
be there too. I'll be doing pigeon work. Yeah,
He was
working for the
nice
NHL
enough
team,
to come
Arizona
out.
Coyotes.
We grabbed Stammer out of the hotel, so we had to bring Rocket or his own personal security to come over
seekers
and
everywhere.
protect his wife.
Bugsy was even hyped.
I wouldn't fuck with Rocket. I'll
Can
tell
we
you
ask
that.
him for one final story about either of them that you can think of off the top of your head? We usually like ending with a good story. I mean, not to put the pressure on you.
Haven't we been made fun of enough this week?
Yeah, we've
Stam,
been-
I'm sorry, go ahead.
No.
I had a deep cut, actually. Game 7 versus the Bruins in 2011,
Yeah.
when you took Johnny Boychuk's slap shot off the face. Now, did that puck actually hit your nose, or did it hit the shield? And
Yeah.
the shield
Oh,
hit
can
your
you
nose?
tell? Look at this stuff. Yeah.
No,
I know I have the
it's,
second worst nose on this
That was
podcast right
Marty's
now.
fault.
Well, yeah, Marty put his stick out, and the coach was like,
Stick
oh,
on
good
puck.
job, stick on puck. It actually came right under the visor, hit me square in the nose, and I was like in complete panic. It felt like my nose was inside my skull, but I remember the words from Bugsy. Like, he would chirp everyone who got high sticked in the face. Are your legs broken? Are your legs broken? So as soon as that puck hit me, I could hear Bugsy in my head. Are your legs broken? So I got right back up, skated to the bench, and Bugsy actually, you can watch the replay, gives me a pat on the butt, like, good job skating off. You didn't lay on the ice. So that was it. But it was funny because that night we lost. I'm like, for sure I'm going to come back and score the game winner after getting a slapper, Johnny Boychuk slapper to the face. I was a -1. We lost 1-0. So that didn't work out. But we actually went out that night after the game, and Dominic Moore had given us those Harvard hats.
Yeah.
So I had the Harvard hat on, my face, I had a little towel because I was leaking everywhere. And I swear to God, I don't know, like, when Barstool Sports started, like,
That was
when it
what,
was-
2010?
That was 2011.
That was when it
2011.
was getting.
So I remember that night being out, and I had the Harvard hat, and there was like a bunch of college kids out, and they're like, "Hey, Stammer, can we take a picture for Barstool?" And I swear to God, I had no clue what Barstool was back then. Like, I thought they were like gonna get a barstool and like wanted me to sit on it or something. But my face was mangled, and that's my first memory of Barstool Sports was that night.
But as you go, it's pretty cool. That moment sucked for you. The night sucked, but forever people will remember that about you, and that's pretty sick. Like to have they're like, remember when Stamkos got the puck in the
Hockey guy.
Yeah, hockey. But
hockey guy
the
forever.
Boston fans, that's all they remember. I think because they won and they won the cup.
Yeah.
Or your broken leg in Boston.
Well,
I know.
yeah, I've had a couple
Boston's
tough.
not your building.
But-
Not
Yeah.
my building, but the fans, they're like, they remember that, and they're like, "Oh, we love you." 'cause of
Yeah.
that.
You,
Yeah.
you were definitely a great sport for that. What's funny, I was picking up a takeout order, no shit, in Southie a couple weeks ago, and the guy says, "Hey, RA," goes, "big fan of the show." He goes, "I'm the guy who took the picture with Stamkos after he broke his nose that night."
Oh,
Swear to
really?
God, I ran into the guy like
dude,
2
you
weeks
were one
ago.
of 600.
Yeah.
All right, Stammer, thank you so much.
I want to go one quick
All right.
thing. We talked about the injuries early on. Obviously, you've had some pretty significant ones. Talk about Gary Roberts and what he's done for
Robs.
you. It'd be a shame not to mention
Yeah.
Robs and your connection with him.
He's so
No, bro,
flexible.
you stretch it. Don't tear anything. Okay, that's a different story. But Robs was great. Robs was like 42 years old when I came into the league. I was 18. They sat me next to him. They wanted me to live with them. I didn't want. I was kind of scared.
Bugsy's
back then.
like, "Don't do that.
Don't do it.
I need a running partner."
But that summer, after my rookie year, he's like, "Stammer, come train with me." I was like, okay. So it was just me and him at his house gym. You know how crazy Robs is with everything. But it kind of stemmed from there. And then James Neal, Michael Delzato, a couple other guys came in. And it just formed what's now like an empire in Toronto.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Connor's there. Anywhere Connor goes, it's an empire. But
Him and Matty Nickel kind of do similar things.
Yeah, we have two groups, one downtown, one kind of outside the city. But throughout the injuries, Robs has been unbelievable. They've sucked, obviously, but to be able to know I have him to kind of lean on in the summertime, and it's not just the workouts, the nutrition stuff, the therapy that we have like at the gym. Like Teddy's
Yep.
been there. Did you
It's a
go check
one-stop
it out?
shop.
Yeah,
got everything.
It's unbelievable.
It's also like maybe I'm wrong, but Rob's went through that neck injury,
Yeah.
so mentally he's probably helpful for you. Like, I know what you're going through.
Absolutely. I mean, he played, I think, 12 more years.
Yeah.
And he talks about that all the time, like how everything he's done, he's kind of at the extreme, but it's always like an investment for him to get his, career back on track and make however many millions he made after they told him he'd never play again.
Yep.
So, like, for him, that's his life.
Yeah, remember when Roberts used to have those pH bound strips?
Yes.
He used to put in
Every
the
water.
hotel water and had to be over 7.5 pH or it wasn't worth drinking.
And then he came on the plane and we
It's
had
not a joke, Biz. It's true.
we had like
He had, like,
Wegmans
pills.
regular water, and he's like, Fiji on this plane tomorrow. And it was like,
And you're like,
power.
okay, Mr. Roberts.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the
sure.
way we ate and did everything, he changed.
He also
everything
gave this.
and
He
just
also
really
gave
came
the speech. I'll never forget the like. You bet we're in the Cup Finals. Like, you better appreciate this. You guys, you young guys, this could never happen again. And it was one of those. I was like, he was emotional. Like, this guy could speak. He could get you fired up. I'll never forget him for that. And he was a Cup champ, but it took him so long to get another chance. So it's cool that you guys have kind of formed that partnership. And he's taken your game to a next level, no doubt. I would say.
Yeah, he's been huge. It was just so cool at that time, like, obviously, to come into the NHL and have him and Rex. But these guys, like, we talk about that 2011 playoff run team, like, all the time. Like, it's still, like, of all the successful teams we've all played on, to me, that was the closest team with the bond of, those 10 guys. It wasn't just 2-3 guys either. There was like 10 of us that were till this day, whether it's golf trips in the summer or we see each other, it's like we never left. And people talk about that when they win the cup, how you feel. But for us to have that, we got close, but to still have that is something that's pretty special.
So this year you're my favorite, and that's not necessarily a good thing. But hopefully,
yeah, I've seen the tweets over the years. So don't bet on us. Do not bet on us.
I'll just start hammering the teams you're going against. I don't mind. You win, I'm happy. I win the money. I'm happy.
Yeah.
No offense.
Damn it, did Roberts take a slap shot off the face or something in camp and not bleed?
I hit him in the face.
Oh no, that was in the summer.
I hit him right in the face. He was
In
going
summer
behind the net.
hockey. He's out there full gear. Like, Rob's, you're 50 years old.
And Rob skates behind the net and doesn't look, and a rebound comes
You're like-
out. I hit him. It was like that.
Good thing
and I was
Teddy's
like,
got a
oh.
muffin,
I was
but-
like, yeah. I was like, oh god.
Teddy, how was it?
Yeah. Rob's went down, and then he didn't bleed. He has like leather skin, and the trainers were up with that machine, like that knife machine, just grinding it down. He was like,
Get me back out
it
there.
to him, yeah. And I was like, oh god, this guy's gonna kill me.
Animal, absolute animal.
Was Bugsy scooping ice out of your drink in 2011?
Oh, every time I see him. Oh, there's no ice in your drink. Chug it.
That's how we gotta end it.
That's how we gotta end it.
Stammer, thank you very much.
This was
Thanks for
awesome.
having me, guys.
Holy shit.
Yeah, thank you. That was great.